62nd timeout. Cougar foul, 21, Lydia Andrews, her third, team foul.
And it's a 16-point lead again at 43-27. Biggest lead of the ball game now.
Cougar foul, number 10, Sydney Freeman, her third, team sixth. Oakhill foul, 33, Adriana Trexler, her second, team foul. Rebound bucket.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 812-849-2670.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Again, that is 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
Is your ride not as reliable as it used to be? Eddie Gilstraps is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers, unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website. Lynx Clothing and Shoes is proud to support West Washington Senator football and wish them a great season. Stop by and see us for all your school fan gear. We offer a wide variety of tees, hoodies, hats, and more. We also offer custom screen printing and embroidery for your team, business, or event. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and have been serving our community for over 15 years. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, they're 9 to 3. Stop in or call us at 812-883-4154. That's 812-883-4154. Shop local and save.
As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael Long can offer you dependable auto, home, business, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. He's big enough to serve and small enough to care. His team and their unique backgrounds, trainings, and experiences have prepared them well to help meet your insurance needs. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you. Together, they are building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. When it comes to your car insurance, you deserve more than a card tucked in your glove box. That's why American Family Car Insurance goes beyond a piece of paper or an app to give you smart, customized coverage and real peace of mind. No matter how your life changes, you can feel comfortable you will have the right auto insurance protection and support every step of the way. Not sure how much or what type of coverage is right for you? Michael Long is the person to talk to.
If you're talking, they will hear you every single time.
Oh, we're getting killed.
Yeah, well, Kyle's not here.
How come?
Kicked off the team. Didn't Tim tell you? Kyle and some other kids got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. Zero tolerance. He's out for the season.
Come on, it's a first offense, right?
That we know of. But why should that matter? He knew not to drink. I've made it clear to Matt, that's what we expect from him. What have you said to Tim?
Nothing really. You know, a lot of kids try it at this age, so...
Yeah, well, a lot of kids don't try it too. I'm not saying that Matt's gonna be this perfect kid, but if I don't tell him what we expect and why he shouldn't drink, how's he gonna know?
You think kids that age really listen?
They never admit it, Bill, but they hear more than you think.
Talk. They hear you. For more information about talking with kids about underage drinking, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
In 2015, we launched the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. This is phase 2 of the Happily Ever After project. With the assistance of several local donors and sponsors, along with 5 years of fundraising by the Washington County Youth Foundation, we finally had enough resources to launch the service. The Dolly Parton Imagination Library is a free service that mails age-appropriate books to all required Washington County children under the age of 5. Although the faces of the leadership of the Washington County Community Foundation have changed over time, as is always the case with any healthy, thriving organization, the core values and mission remain the same. We continue to work diligently to assist our donors in creating a legacy that is meaningful to them. All of our success is directly related to the generosity of the sons and daughters of Washington County. We will continue to help our donors give back to our community through our foundation and improve the quality of life in our county.
.6% nationwide in Ford dealers, we pride ourselves on our no-pressure environment, honesty, and integrity. Come see us today and discover why we're different. Eddie Gilstrap Motors.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today, 812-883-4154.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music and we talked. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic. Your honesty gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted in my own life.
And I wanted you to know, from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now, that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, in whatever you do.
Talk. They hear you.
Michael Long with American Family Insurance offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance, which includes motorcycles, boats, ATVs, UTVs, classic and antique autos, renters, manufactured homes, rentals, along with event coverage such as weddings, golf hole-in-ones, conferences, and much, much more. He's licensed in Indiana, Ohio, and Florida. For more information, look him up on Facebook to see insurance tips and to sign up for his agency giveaways. Michael Long, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's 1-car, 2-bedroom apartment with a home office / home gym insurance.
We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen / art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the 2-car garage / rehearsal space insurance.
Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
And welcome everyone to T. Kermit Tower Gymnasium in Campbellsburg, Indiana for the sectional 61 final and maybe the biggest game in the state tonight. I'm Nick Ingram and I'll bring you the play-by-play tonight. My partner is Adam Mole, who will be doing the analysis. The final is a good one. Consensus 1A, number 1, the Lanesville Lady Eagles will take on 1A, number 2 or 3, depending on the poll that you look at, the Borden Lady Braves. Before we get going with the pregame, we want to thank John Jones for being our game sponsor tonight, and as always, the Indiana Fever for sponsoring the entire IHSA girls basketball tournament. Adam, I think we got a good one.
Yeah, tonight we got Lanesville of 24-1 and Borden 20-4.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams, strong records. The numbers don't lie. The rankings are there to back them, and we got a huge crowd, and we still got 18 minutes before this game even tips off. I mean, people still filing in the doors. Lanesville pretty much packed their section. I don't know that there's too many open seats, and Borden has done the same.
Yeah, I mean, the gym is jam-packed already.
Yeah, so to recap what's happened so far in sectional 61, in game 1 on Tuesday, Lanesville dominated Christian Academy 56-26. Then last night, the Eagles defeated Rock Creek 59-47 in a game that was kind of close towards the end.
Yeah, like we said, that score doesn't really tell how close that game was. I mean, Lanesville was definitely sweating it. I mean, Dansby had a layup to bring it within 6. She missed it, and the Eagles never looked back from that point on.
Yeah, I mean, like we kept saying on the air, they just got to get it within 10. Rock Creek's got to get to that 10-point number, and they didn't do it till about 3 minutes, I'd say, left in the ball game. But once they got to 10, it was like the momentum just carried them all the way to getting it down within, I mean, like we said, they had it within 8. They should have had it within 6. But then Lanesville hit a couple free throws. I mean, Crozier did her thing, got to the other end, and then just controlled that offense to ride the game out and get the 12-point win.
Yeah, Borden drew a bye in the first round. So their first game last night was against West Washington, which they won 69-51.
Yeah, and going back to that Lanesville game, they dominated in the second and third quarters. Rock Creek, like we said, started to come back, but they just couldn't get a big score. Really, that's all it came down to. And leading the way was Shelby Allen for the Eagles with 20, and then Hadley Crozier with 19.
Yeah, if those two put up those numbers, it's going to be hard to beat them by any team, really.
Yeah, and going to the Borden game, Borden's three-headed monster, as we like to call it, led the way with Rarick scoring 20 points. Wheeler had 14 and Mallett had 14. But poor shooting kept West Washington from making any meaningful runs in that game, really. I mean, Borden shot 44% field goal and 37% from 3, so clearly this Borden team is comfortable in this gymnasium.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game, but like you said, I mean, Borden really just kind of ran away with it.
Yeah, so Borden's ranked 59 overall, including all the classes, and number 2 in 1A, according to the Sagron ratings. According to the coaches poll, however, they're number 3.
And then the Eagles are rated 30 overall and number 1 in 1A according to the Sagrons. ratings and the coaches poll.
Yeah, and don't forget they're coming off of a state title last season. So that's, a lot of these players, especially Crozier, played a big role in that. I know they had quite a few seniors on that team, but these girls know what it's like to win meaningful games, and that's what they got tonight. And Borden, like we said, they played Lanesville. This is a rematch of the sectional final just last year and earlier in the season, which we'll talk about in just a second. But earlier in the season, it was a close game, but it was a low-scoring one. Tonight, I could see it being a little bit more high-scoring.
Yeah, both teams have great defense and great pressure, but I agree with you. I think tonight's going to be a little bit more of a who can catch who, and it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, the Eagles have won 10 in a row, dating back to December 29th, and they lost to Evansville Memorial, who's a 3A school, and they're going to get a run at sectional title tonight. Including last season, the Lady Eagles have only lost 3 games and 55 total tries. So clearly, this team isn't used to losing.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous, really. 3 losses out of 55 games is ridiculous.
Yeah, legendary coach. We'll talk about her in just a little bit, Angie Hinton, but she does a great job with this team. And that's not to degrade Borden's coach, Matt Vick, in the slightest. He does a great job with that Borden team, and they're younger as well. So they got potential coming through the system. You look at most of their players are sophomores, and they started junior along with those 4 sophomores. So if they don't win it this year, you better bet this will be the final next year if Lanesville doesn't go all the way and get bumped to 2A.
Yeah, I could see that happening, but if Borden comes away with it, they're going to be good for several years to come.
Yeah, so Lanesville is used to blowing teams out, averaging a 22-point margin of victory, which is 15th in the state, regardless of class.
Yeah, so like we said for Rock Creek, I think if Borden can keep it within 10, it's going to be a sweaty game, and I think Borden could come out with it.
Yeah, I agree completely. Lanesville's favored 48-43 according to John Harrell. That's the closest that they've seen in this whole tournament. Most of those games, they were favored by 20+.
Yeah, just like you said, they're used to beating teams by 22 points.
Yeah, so the first time these two teams faced off, we talked about it a little bit, was December 7th at Borden in front of a sellout crowd, just like there is tonight. And it was a back-and-forth game with Lanesville getting the win by a very narrow 2 points. Leading the way for the Eagles was Hilton Brumley with 12, and then Hadley Crozier added 8 points.
Yeah, this game, it's going to be another great one with more riding on the line. Everybody's going to come to play.
Yeah, we were talking about it whenever we were pulling in here. On the way here, there was a line 15 cars deep trying to get into this place, and then once we got here, the line was all the way to the door just to get a ticket.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be jam-packed. It's probably going to be sold out.
Yeah, and so we tried contacting Borden for their stats. What they gave us was pretty limited, so we weren't able to get stats for that exact game, but we've been keeping them throughout the tournament, and we got some points per game we can give you as well for tonight.
Yeah, Loy averages 2.8 a game.
Yeah, Rarick, and like we said, they're going to run a three-girl show, with the 4th being Emma Hart, who can really score it as well. We'll talk more about the players in just a second. Borden, they're going to run a high-powered offense that averages 51.6 points a game, but their defense is going to be their strength. They only give up 37.1 a game, and they've held teams under 35 times this year.
Yeah, Borden, however, has struggled with pressure at times, which plays right into the Eagles' hands. Crozier pressures second to none, let alone the Eagles all around. Their pressure is second to none, really.
Yeah, they run that 3-quarter press pretty much, and Crozier's going to pick up the ball as soon as it crosses half court. They like to run a lot of zone, and I really feel like that'll help them tonight, but we saw Borden handle the pressure pretty well last night whenever West Washington threw that in trying to get a comeback. Borden broke that with ease.
Yeah, and like we said, Borden shot it pretty well, so setting in that zone might bite the Eagles.
Yeah, I definitely could see that happening. If you don't know this Eagles team already, Lanesville's success starts with their high-powered offense that is averaging over 58 points a game. Their defense, though, is going to be their strength. They're ranked 18th in the state, again, regardless of class, and they only give up 31 a game.
Lanesville is also very disciplined and is averaging only 6.5 turnovers a game, turning their opponents over on an average of 14 times a game.
Yeah, we saw turnovers play a huge part in these games so far for Lanesville. In the first game, they had 18 steals against the Christian Academy team, which they didn't have necessarily great ball handlers, but still, you get 18 steals, and they're going to do the same thing tonight. They'll get in the passing lanes. They're going to make it hard for Borden to run their sets, and they're overall just a really good team, like we've said many times.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, so we're going to look into personnel Borden's a very young team. Like we said, they start 4 sophomores and a junior. Over 80% of their scoring is coming from sophomores this year.
Yeah, like we said, I mean, they got that three-headed, kind of a four-headed dragon there between the sophomores.
Yeah, their offense is going to go through Ava Wheeler. She's a college-level forward that is averaging 13.9 points a game and 6.9 rebounds, including last night where she had 18.
Yeah, I mean, she played a great game last night, and really, I mean, so did Redrick. She played a great game as well.
Yeah, they both really played a good game. The other forwards are going to be Riley Rarick and Emma Hart. Both of them are sophomores. Rarick is averaging 12.8 a game, and Hart is averaging 9.3, and a very impressive 8.3 rebounds per night.
Yeah, the ball handler on this team is A.J. Mallard. She's averaging 12.5 points a game and can shoot the ball really well.
Yeah, Mallard, she hit 1 3 last night on only 2 attempts. She got to the rim, but, I mean, I saw them play West Washington in the regular season over there at Borden, and she lit them up. She had quite a few threes in that game.
Yeah, I mean, really, on this team, anybody can shoot it, really. I mean, the one you won't see it shoot a lot is Hart, but everybody else can shoot it.
Yeah, Loy, she only averages 2.8 points a game, but she hit a couple of threes last night, 2 for 4 to be exact, had 6 points, and she can really shoot the ball as well. So Lanesville's going to have to make sure they don't leave those two open. And then, you know, I don't even know how you guard Ava Wheeler. She can score it at all levels, really. I mean, she'll drive to the rim, but she'll also beat you from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and then if you try to play the size game, I mean, she's got incredible speed, so I don't know how you can guard her.
Yeah. So Lanesville is loaded with talent and experience. They play 4 seniors and 3 juniors on a regular basis.
Yeah, junior Hadley Crozier is a do-it-all guard for Lanesville. She's averaging 15.1 a game on 47% shooting. She's also averaging 4.7 assists a game, which is a top guard for the class of 2025.
Yeah, I mean, she can, like we said, she can do it all. If you didn't watch the first 2 games, she's the difference maker for this Eagles team. And we just said that Wheeler's tough to guard. Try guarding Crozier. She can do it. She can do it all as well. I mean, she likes to get into the paint. She hasn't shot it super well in this gym. I don't know what it is, but, you know, this is the 3rd time that she's played in just under a week. So she clearly is going to get comfortable. I mean, you can see her out there right now just nailing some threes. So that's going to be huge. And I've been saying it for the last couple of nights. I think that if Lanesville shoots the ball well, then this Borden team will struggle to stop them. But if they don't shoot the ball well, the door's wide open. And Borden, we saw them shoot the ball well last night, so I don't think that's really a question.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I mean, really, Crozier can do it both on offense and defense, like we were talking about. She really is the do-it-all guard.
Yeah, Ava Kerr is the Eagles' 2nd leading scorer. She averages 10.5 a game and almost 5 rebounds. And she's coming off of a 14-point game against Christian Academy. And then last night she had 12 against West Washington.
Yeah, I mean, she's had a great tournament play, really.
Yeah, definitely one of those that's probably going to make the all-tournament team if I had to guess. And then lastly for this Eagles team, Jane Davis is going to be probably the Eagles' best shooter. She's shooting it at 47% rate and a more impressive 39% from 3. However, she's been shut out. She only had 5 points in the first game against Christian Academy, and then she didn't score last night.
Yeah, and then I think keys to victory let's go ahead and talk about for Borden. I mean, stopping Lanesville's bigs.
Yeah, we've been saying that all night. Lanesville's bigs are going to be really where it's at if you're trying to stop them. Shelby Allen, she's got 14.5 a game in this tournament, and then Schneider has 6.5 after only scoring 2 last night. So both of them are going to be a mismatch nightmare because you don't want to pull, if you're Borden, you don't want to pull your best defenders out inside the paint and just leave the guards open because they can knock down shots.
Yeah, I mean, if Lanesville can get them both going in the same game, they're going to be tough to beat. Like we said, Allen had 20 last game, and then the first game for Lanesville, Snyder had 14, 16, one of the 2. She played great.
Yeah, and then our second key for Borden, they got to withstand the pressure that Crozier and her team brings.
Yeah, like we said, I mean, they'll pick you up full court. They can pick you up right at half. I mean, the pressure either way is ridiculous. So if they don't handle that, it's going to get ugly quick. But if they handle it, they have a great chance.
Yeah, and then my final key for Borden, it hasn't been a problem in the first 2 games, but they got to get offensive production from someone other than Wheeler. You know, you have to have a second and a third option to go to, which they found that in the first game, but I could see that potentially being a problem tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get the other sophomores and even Loy and then some help off the bench, I mean, they're going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, so that's it for Borden's keys. We'll switch it over to Lanesville. Their keys, I said number one, they got to control the pace of the game.
Yeah, which we've said that every game for them, and really if they can control it and play their game, they're really hard to beat.
Yeah, I think that's you can really use that for just about any game whenever they're the better team on paper. If they just play their own game, I mean, they've already beat this team once, and they played their own game in the first two. I feel like last night, potentially towards the end of the game, Rock Creek did speed them up to a pace that they were a little uncomfortable with, and that really helped out Rock Creek.
Yeah, I mean, Rock Creek did that, in my opinion, right off the bat, and then there towards the end. They really didn't do it there towards the middle, which I think gave Lanesville that ability to pull away and increase their lead.
Yeah, then our second key, you got to pressure Borden's guards, especially Reagan Loy. She's kind of shown that she'll turn it over at times, so I feel like she's going to be almost the, I'm not going to say the weak point, but the one to pressure if you're Lanesville tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely not used to having to bring up the ball and be the main ball handler, so if they can force her into that role, it could cause problems.
Yeah, and then our last key for Lanesville, they got to keep Borden out of the paint.
Yeah, like we talked about, Wheeler's incredibly hard to guard. Emma Hart's a great scorer as well. You got to keep them out of the paint and make them beat you with shooting.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about some of the other sectionals here. We got about 4.5 minutes to go before the game. I mean, there's some great sectionals. I'm going to be a little bit, I know I'm a little biased because I'm here, but I think this is probably the top one in the state. As you can hear the crowd roaring just because Lanesville ran out on the court.
Yeah, I mean, this one, it's got to be up there for best in the state.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that you see number one and then number two playing each other, and I think that's the beauty of it all. I mean, whoever wins this, you got to think, you're going to be the favorite to win state.
Oh, easily.
So looking at some of the other sectionals, the winner of this will, I'm pretty sure, play the winner of sectional 63, which is held by Bar Reeve. And that final is going to include Orleans, who's number 4 in 1A, and then Bar Reeve, who's number 20, who upsetted Springs Valley last night. I really thought that Springs Valley would win that game.
Yeah, which, I mean, we're looking at 4, and then I think Bar Reeve's ranking doesn't really do them credit because they're ranked 20, but like we said, they just upset number 6. So whoever comes out of this, they're still going to have a tall task to beat either Orleans or Bar Reeve.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be one of the tougher games until they get to the state championship for either of these teams if they make it. But, you know, Orleans is a good team. They're number 4. They beat Borden earlier in the season, so that's something to keep in mind as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, whoever comes out of that, it could be a great game.
Yeah, so 2A sectional, hosted by Providence, is going to be Brownstown, who's number 19, and then Austin, who's number 17. That should be a great game as well.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see both those teams play. I mean, they're both great teams, really. Austin pushed the pressure. They have a great sophomore in Owens. And then, really, I mean, everybody on Brownstown can shoot it.
Yeah, so it's top 20 matchup there as well. Looking at the 3A sectional 30, which we're from Salem, so kind of want to plug that a little bit. We do most of our calls for the SLNN for the girls, and then I do a lot of the boys games as well, so we're real familiar with that. And that is Scottsburg, who's number 9, and then Madison, who's number 31. And Scottsburg, both of these teams have played, and both of them have beat.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think Scottsburg's going to run away with that one, but, I mean, if Madison comes to play, anything can happen in tournament play.
Yeah, so our final section we'll talk about before we get back to this one, sectional 13 down there in Floyd Central, another great sectional. Jennings County, number 1 in 4A right now, and then B&L, who is number 16, and they have the Alabama commit, Chloe Spreen, on that team.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of powerhouse. There's a ton of D1 talent, really, in that one. Floyd has a D1 girl. Silver Creek has one, and like you just said, Alabama commit, Power 5 in Chloe Spreen.
Yeah, so that kind of does it for what we have to say. We'll take a minute break before we get back to the action.
If the winter weather has you down, warm up with a hot deal on a new car, truck, or SUV at John Jones Auto Group. Slide on over to one of our 3 convenient locations in Salem, Corydon, or Scottsburg. Search the largest inventory in Southern Indiana and find the deal you've been dreaming of. And we're always available online 24/7 at www.johnjonesautogroup.com. At John Jones Auto Group, you see so many because they paid so little.
Hearst Auction LLC believes that the auction method is the best way to sell real estate or personal property in settling estates, divorces, bankruptcies, partnerships, and relocations. By bringing together a large number of interested buyers at one time, this in turn creates competitive bidding, which will get the highest dollar for your real estate or personal property. Hearst Auction Service LLC believes that a successful auction doesn't just happen by accident. It depends on proven experience, dedication, reputation, and successful marketing. It's a coordinated event in which every aspect of auction must be carefully planned and executed. From the initial inspection of the property by the auctioneer himself, determining what our customers' goals are, the advertising plan, pre-auction preparation, auction day, end of auction. You can trust Hearst Auction Service LLC to being dedicated and committed to their customers from the beginning to the end of their auction. Hearst Auction Service LLC is located on Daisy Hill Road in Borden. Call Sam or Brad Hearst at 812-967-2845.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we are back here getting ready for the starting lineups tonight. And like we said, we got a great one for you on tap.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat 1 and 2, really. This is going to be a great game. And like we said, the gym's packed.
Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to both of these coaches as well. We talked about it a lot earlier in the broadcast, but Lanesville, Angie Hinton's going to be probably one of the best coaches in the state. It's hard to argue with her resume. She's got 2 state championships, and they're at different schools, which is also even more impressive.
Yeah, like we talked about, it's hard to win 2 state championships at the same school, let alone doing it 2 different times at 2 different places.
Yeah, so first, the starting lineup for the visiting team on the scoreboard tonight, the Lanesville Lady Eagles. They're in their purple jerseys with white numbers. They hold a 22-1 record, and they are number 1 in the state, again, coached by Miss Angie Hinton in her 6th season at the school and her 18th overall. So the starting lineup tonight for them, number 1, Jane Davis. She's a 5'5" senior. She'll start at guard. At the other guard spot tonight, it's going to be number 4, Hadley Crozier, a 5'9" junior. Like we said, she's their star player, 15.1 points a game. Her stats speak for themselves.
Yeah.
And then at the forward spot, or forward, however you look at it, number 10, a 5'5" senior, Ava Kerr. At the other guard spot tonight is going to be number 23, Hilton Brumley, a 5'7" junior. And then the last starter tonight for this Eagle team, number 42, she's a 5'9" senior, Ellie Schneider. So, unlike we've been saying that they have the height advantage, I don't know if they have it tonight against this Borden team.
I mean, no, Schneider and Wheeler, match up pretty well.
Yeah, so now the starting lineup for this Borden team. They're in their white jerseys with the red numbers, and they pretty much play 5 girls, and you'll hear them right now. So at the first guard spot, number 1, a 5'3" junior, Reagan Loy. At the other guard spot, number 11, a 5'5" sophomore, AJ Mallard. At the forward spot, number 2, she's a 5'11 sophomore, Riley Rarick. At the other forward, number 3, a 5'10 sophomore, Ava Wheeler. And then lastly, at center tonight for this Lady Brave team, number 22, she's a 5'10 junior and a sophomore, Emma Hart. So as they finish it up over the PA, Lanesville's already out there ready to go. And like we said, great game for you. And, you know, I feel like it's going to be a close one no matter who wins it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it's going to be just like it was last time, just a little bit more high scoring. But I think Borden's going to come out with this one.
So in front of 2,000 plus people for sure. All the seats are pretty much filled, and then there's quite a few people up top. We are ready to go finally here in Campbellsburg, Indiana for the sectional 61 final. Lanesville and Borden getting ready to tip off in just a moment. Okay. And the officials tonight, Marcus, Deborah, Larry Sanders, and Tony Schwab. So here we go. Tips away. It's going to be won by the Braves. So Mallett will bring it across to get things started here tonight over to Rarick. Lanesville starting out in that 1-3-1, kind of like a 1-2-2 really.
Yeah, and like we talked about, Crozier's bringing the pressure right off the bat.
So Loy with it up top. She'll find Mallett again over to Rarick. She'll drive it all the way in. Wide open layup, no good. Rebound, fought for. Going to be brought out of there by Hart. She'll kick it back outside. Here's Mallett on the drive, and she's going to pick up the foul. This one's going to be on number 1. That is Jane Davis for the Eagles.
Crozier's down, looking like she got hit in the face.
Yeah, hopefully she's already up on her feet. Trainer's giving her assistance here. Hopefully she's all right. That'd be an incredibly big loss for this Lanesville team. So they're going to take her off the court. They'll sub in Shelby Allen here real quick. Looks like the foul's actually going to be called on the floor.
Yeah, which, I mean, that was a great move by Rarick, and then a great board by Hart there to get it back out.
Yeah, so Rarick will inbound it. She throws it deep, and it's going to be tipped, and it'll be out of bounds off of Lanesville. Good pressure there from Davis to get the deflection.
Yeah, and Crozier's going to come right back in.
Yeah, so good to see there. She will check in for Davis. She picked up that early foul, probably trying to conserve right there. Yeah. So Rarick brings it up over to Mallett, makes kind of an errant pass, but Loy recovers there. And we got a whistle down low. This one is going to go on actually it's going to be on Lanesville, I believe. Yep, so the foul's going to go against Shelby Allen. And if the crowd wasn't loud enough, it is now.
Yeah, looked like they got Allen with a little bit of a check, I guess.
So already 2 quick fouls for this Eagles team. And here's some trouble on the inbound. Nowhere to go with it. 5 seconds is going to be called as Rarick just didn't have an open teammate.
Yeah, I mean, like we've talked about, Lanesville's defense and pressure is amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, moment can't get too big for either of these teams or we will find ourselves in some trouble. Lanesville's going to make a substitution. They'll put Davis back in the game, and they're going to sit Allen down as she picked up that foul.
Yep.
So Brumley's going to be the main ball handler for Lanesville. She'll bring it up. Looks like Borden is going to be in a man-to-man defense to start things off here.
Yeah, which, I mean, I think they match up fine with Lanesville.
So Crozier on the drive. She'll kick it to Kerr, back outside to Davis. Davis will shoot the 3, and it's no good. Wheeler pulls down the rebound, and no scoring within the first minute of the game.
Yeah, which we've seen several great moves and great shots by both teams.
Yeah, Borden had a chance to push the tempo. Loy thought about the 3, didn't take it. She swings it over to Mallett for 3. Deep 3 is good.
Yeah, she was off the line quite a bit there, but she knocks it down.
Yeah, A.J. Mallett puts the first 3 in the net for this Borden team. They take a quick 3-0 lead. 6:40 to go in the first quarter, and Lanesville looking to respond here. Crozier with it on the left wing. She'll drive. Kicks it out. Brumley for 3, and it's good.
Yeah, trading 3s.
Yep. So game is tied yet again. I feel like that's what we're going to be saying all night long.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tight one.
Lanesville pressure comes. Borden, no problem on that one. They're going to get it across. Mallard with it up top. Hands it off to Rarick, and she will set her offense here against this Lanesville zone.
Yeah, Borden did a good job there pushing it, not really letting Lanesville get set up.
Yeah, Mallard pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded out of there by Schneider for Lanesville. Kind of not the shot that Coach Vick was wanting there, I could imagine.
Nah, it's definitely a quick one there.
Yeah, Brumley on the drive all the way in, and she hits the layup.
Yeah, she's off to a hot start, having all 5 of the Lanesville's points.
So Rarick breaks the pressure here. Crozier, good hands on defense, tips it out of bounds.
Yeah, like we've said, her pressure is second to none.
So Hart will inbound it. She gives it over to Rarick. Rarick will bring it across, and she gets it over to Mallard. Loy with it wide open underneath is Rarick. She goes up, and she's fouled from the backside. This one's going to be on Ava Kerr. And you can see on the replay here, just wide open on that cut. Beautiful cut there. Loy finds her, and then she's just fouled, kind of pushed on the back, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah, which like is the window kind of happened there because it looks like they're face guarding Wheeler with Kerr there, and she was just a second late to it.
So Rarick, no free throws last night. Her first one up and good, and that's her first points of the night.
Yeah, but it was a great cut and drew the foul.
So Rarick with a chance here to tie it on her second free throw. 5:32 to go in the first quarter. 5-4 Lanesville lead. This one is up, and it's off the rim, no good. So Lanesville still holds that 1-point lead with 5.5 to go in the first. Brumley will bring it across. She's waiting for her signal from Coach. She gives it, and she will decide what to do with it. Driving to her left, hands it off to Kerr. Good defense here. Borden, Hansy trying to get in there. They're going to kick it out. Schneider with it up top.
Yeah, they're doing a great job being patient with the ball here.
Kerr now on the drive, almost loses it. Gets it over to Schneider. Crozier on the cut, tipped up by Hart, and she'll pull away the steal for Borden. Has a little bit of numbers over to Mallard. They're going to back it out and slow it down here. Mallard thought about the three, puts it on the floor, drives, and we're going to get a foul on, we'll wait for the number. I think it's going to be 42. No, it's going to be on number 10. That's Ava Kerr, and that's her second foul.
Yeah, Emma Davis is going to come in for her.
Yeah, so 4 fouls here for Lanesville in the first, basically 3 minutes of the game. Gets it straight into Mallard. Mallard for three, it's good.
Yeah, Braves have came out and shot it well right off the bat.
So a 7-5 lead now for Borden. On the other end, here's a quick three for Emma Davis just coming into the game. No good on that one. Hart pulls down the rebound, but it's a jump ball. Possession will go to Lanesville.
Yeah, it was a good tie up there. Lanesville getting themselves another possession, really.
So Schneider will inbound for Lanesville under her own goal. Ooh, had Davis wide open. I don't think she ever saw her. Gets it straight into her sister, Jane Davis. Crozier with it now, guarded by Ava Wheeler.
Yeah, Lanesville just needs to be patient here and get a good bucket.
Over to Brumley. Brumley tries the penetration, handoff to Crozier. Crozier all the way into the rim, shots up, no good. Rebound by Rarick. Borden will push it, doesn't really have the numbers, but Rarick's determined, goes all the way, kicks it out, swings it over to Mallard. Mallard will drive, and we're going to get a defensive foul. Hadley Crozier going to be called for that one.
Yeah, they're going to call it on the floor, though, saying she didn't get the shot off in time.
Either way, that's 5 fouls. That's bonus. So a Borden fan is quite happy with that call as Mallard will go to the line to shoot two. Mallard's first free throw up, and it's no good off the back of the rim. She was 1 for 2 from the line last night. Again, she had 14 points on 6 of 13 shooting.
Yeah, we're going to see if she can knock down the second one here.
So Mallard with a chance to give her team a 3-point lead. This one's no good as well. Rebound pulled down by Davis. Over to Crozier. Schneider with it. And Brumley will bring it across for Lanesville. Over to Crozier. Crozier on the drive. We're going to get a foul called on Borden now. That's going to be number 2, Riley Rarick.
Yeah, got her with a little bit of a hand check there.
So 7-5 is the score, 3:56. Lanesville inbounding it under their own basket, straight into Brumley on the elbow. Kicks it out. Davis thinks about the three, back over to Brumley. Brumley will fire a three straight away, and it's good. Brumley, go ahead.
Yeah, that's now 8 of all 8 points by Brumley.
Yeah, Brumley, the lone scorer for Lanesville so far. Here's the pressure, and we're going to get a timeout by Coach Vick. Needed that one, or he would lose the possession. It's a 30-second timeout, and with 3:37 to go in the first quarter, Lanesville leads 8-7. We'll send it away.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music, and we talked. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic. Your honesty gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted in my own life.
And I wanted you to know, from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now, that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, in whatever you do.
Talk. They hear you.
So we return here out of the 30-second timeout. Coach Vick needed that one or he'd lose the possession. And you know who was right there was Crozier, who was on the pressure. We talked about it a lot.
Yeah, which, I mean, she just does a good job at making her opponents pick up the ball, and like we saw, that was a terrible spot to pick it up and almost cost her team the possession.
So the inbound comes straight to Rarick. She'll bring it across over to Mallett on the left wing, finds Wheeler in the corner. They're going to trap. Gets it out of her hands over to Mallett, underneath to Hart. Hart, wide open layup, and it's good.
That's great ball movement there by the Braves.
So Brumley over to Crozier. She thinks she has a three, but Crozier wasn't able to see her there. And Crozier will move to her right. Good defense there from Wheeler, back over to Brumley.
Yeah, which, like we said, she's done all the scoring for the Eagles.
Yeah, Hilton Brumley's 8 points leads all scoring tonight, and that's only 8 that Lanesville has so far. She'll get it back over to Crozier. Crozier turns a move all the way into the paint, goes up, and we're going to get a foul. This one will be on number 22. That is Emma Hart. We talked about it. Crozier, not the best free throw shooter. She shoots at 62%. In the sectional, she's not been as successful. First free throw off the front of the rim, no good.
Yeah, it looks to be continuing.
So Crozier with a chance to tie it here. This one is up, no good as well off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped around, pulled out of there by Rarick. Rarick on the drive now. She'll pull up a jumper at the elbow, no good. Rebounded by Davis, and that was a quick shot for Borden.
Yeah, I mean, they were pushing the tempo well, and then, I mean, that's just an unneeded shot there by Rarick.
So here's the drive for Brumley all the way in. It's going to be out of bounds, and the call is going to be Borden ball.
Yeah, I mean, there was some contact there on the lay, but you don't hate the no call.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see these teams play physical. So this time Wheeler will bring it across. They've held her scoreless so far. Over to Hart.
Yeah,
Hart.
You can tell that Lanesville's job is to make her feel uncomfortable, and they've done well.
Loy on the kick out three, no good. Mallett with the offensive rebound. Ball's on the floor. It's going to be a turnover for Borden, and they'll go the other way. Brumley will bring it up for Lanesville now, trailing 8-9.
Yeah, that Lanesville pressure got to him.
Jane Davis on the drive now, just a straight back down to Loy. Shoots a hook shot, no good. Loy with the rebound, and that was a pretty good shot for Lanesville.
It really was, and just couldn't make it fall.
So Loy with it back up top. She's going to give it over to Rarick. And one thing is, Borden's bigger, taller players usually bring it up the court like Rarick.
Yeah, she's a tall guard.
So Hart with it in the corner, back up top to Rarick. Here's a screen, three-point shot for Mallett, no good. Rebounded by Wheeler. Wheeler in the paint, goes up, and we're going to get a foul. This one's going to be on, well, actually we had I'm not sure that the foul was called. The other side official just called it a jump ball. So the call is a jump ball. It's going to be Borden ball here. Rarick gets it straight into Mallett. Mallett thinks about the drive. Here's the trap, gets it inside to Wheeler. Wheeler will kick it out to Loy, and after a lot of contact there, Borden settles.
Yeah, which, I mean, you could tell just the Lanesville pressure was really starting to get to the Braves there, but they did a good job of holding on to the ball.
Trying to get it inside to Hart. The ball's on the floor. It was Hadley, Crozier, and A.J. Mallett on the tie-up there, and this time it'll be Lanesville ball. Lanesville's defense, in my opinion, is the best I've seen all year, and I've seen quite a few teams play.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. We've got to see them play this third time now, and it's the best defense we've seen.
So Brumley will drive it herself, step back shot, and it's no good. Air ball, rebound by Jane Davis, kicks it out to Brumley, over to Schneider. Schneider will shoot a deep two, no good. Rebound pulled down by Riley Rarick, and she will be fouled about 70 feet away from the basket. This one's going to go against Hilton Brumley.
Yeah, that's just an unneeded foul there.
So Brumley picks up her first foul of the night. Rarick will go to the line to shoot 2, and this is where the bonus is huge. So Rarick, her team holds a 1-point lead, 9-8, 54 seconds. Her first free throw is up, and it's good. 2 points on the night for Riley Rarick on both of them free throw shots. She's 2 for 3, trying to make it 3 for 4 with this one. Rarick's second free throw up, and it's good as well. So Borden with the 11-8 lead here with under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, which, I mean, we've talked about Lanesville's defense a lot, but the Braves' defense has been really good too.
Yeah, for sure. So they're going to get it over to Schneider. Lanesville has a chance to hold for the last shot. I'd be surprised if they do. Crozier on the drive, gets it over to Brumley, over to Davis. Davis shot fake, drives back down Loy, shoots it, no good, hits nothing. Rebounded out of there by Mallett, gets it up to Wheeler. Wheeler going to go all the way, straight through the contact, goes up, a charge is going to be called. Yeah, you can see it on the replay here. Just a straight take by Wheeler. Goes into the contact, and then just a good job by Lanesville's defense. I'm not sure that she was set, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think she was set, but, I mean, you can see it really well on the replay. Wheeler just puts her head down and ran right through her.
So Brumley will bring it across. 16 seconds on the clock. They'll hold for the last shot here. Trailers by 3, 11-8. Borden leads it. 8 seconds on the clock. Gets it over to Crozier. Crozier on the drive all the way in. Wheeler on the defense. Crozier's layup is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Your score, Borden 11, Lanesville 10. We're going to take a quick break.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Again, that is 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
So we return here, sectional 61 final. At the end of the first quarter, Borden leads at 11-10. And Adam, you got any thoughts on that first quarter? I know it was a lot.
I mean, really for Lanesville, I mean, they're only 1 point down, which most of the scoring's been done by Brumley with 8 of the 10.
Yeah, I think Lanesville's probably pretty fortunate. Their defense took over. They had a ton of fouls there. I think 7 fouls at the end. So there definitely could be some foul trouble here. Borden, good job not getting foul calls as we return to the live action here. Wheeler with it inside. She'll kick it out. Rarick for 3. Straight away. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Hart. Good offensive rebound here for Borden. They get it back up to Rarick. Kicks it out to Hart. Over to Wheeler.
Yeah, it was a great board there by Hart to get the Braves another chance.
Wheeler settles it down. Looks over at Coach Vick for the call. Gets it up to Mallett, who swings it over to Rarick. Rarick over to Loy. Loy to Hart. Back up top to Loy. Mallett taking her time here. Long possession, almost a minute long for Borden already. Here's Rarick on the drive. She kicks it out to Mallett. Good defense there for Crozier, and we're going to get an offensive foul on A.J. Mallett.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
You can see it here. She just extended the forearm, and it was just a clear call.
Yeah, I mean, it was just great pressure, and she just ran her over.
So here comes the inbound to Brumley. She's got 8 of the points, like we said, 8 of the 10. 1 point down, 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Gets it straight over to Crozier. Wheeler, good defense on Crozier, one thing to mention.
Yeah, Crozier's definitely a little faster, but she's done a great job staying in front of her.
And here's the offensive foul on the other end. Jane Davis called for this one.
Yeah, I think that's the right call, really. I mean, she wasn't set when she set her screen.
Yeah, that same official's called quite a few tonight.
Yeah, he made one early, and
that's the second call on Jane Davis tonight. Looks like a sub will come in. Not quite yet, though, as Rarick brings it across for Borden. That side of the substitution table will stay empty all game if Coach Vic has it his way.
Yeah.
Wheeler with it in the corner. Emma Davis on the defense now. Gets it back up top to Mallard. Over to Rarick. Here's the handoff to Hart. Hart won't shoot the three, but she's going to give it up to Mallard up top. Lanesville fans getting rowdy here. Another long defensive possession. They get it inside. Back out to Loy. Reagan Loy is going to give it over. And finally it settles in the hands of Rarick again at the top of the key.
Yeah, I mean, they're just being really patient with the ball here.
Yeah, good defense here from Lanesville. Good offense from Borden. Here's the drive. Gets it over to Loy. Loy holding it as long as she can. No pressure, really. And here's a steal for Lanesville.
Looked like she just wasn't really sure what to do with the ball there and threw it away.
Yeah, good defensive possession once again from Lanesville. Brumley on the attack now. Kicks it out to Jane Davis. Jane will fire a three, and it's good. And Lanesville with their first lead in a while, 13-11, 5:40 in the first.
It's been a tight game all night long.
So Rarick with it, top of the key. Lanesville, two good defensive possessions in a row. We'll see what they can do here. Gets it over to Wheeler. Wheeler will take it on the floor, and we're going to get a foul. It's called on the floor.
Yeah, I believe it's going to go on 42.
Oh, they're going to call that on Jane Davis, and that's her third. So they'll send Shelby Allen in. She had 20 points last game, but she hasn't seen a lot of action tonight. Here's Wheeler, deep two, and it's good, and we got a tie game again.
Yeah, Wheeler caught them with their hands down and made them pay.
Yeah, Wheeler didn't have any points in the first quarter, but quickly get her scoring started here. This time Emma Davis with it up top. She's going to give it over to Brumley. And Brumley falls to the ground, keeps her dribble, though, and swings it over to Schneider. Looking inside, here's a long pass, and that's just a dumb pass for Lanesville. Oh, travel is going to be called. This one's going to go against Emma Hart, and unforced turnover for Borden. That could be the difference in this game is the unforced turnovers.
Yeah, which, I mean, she got the board, and she looked like she drove into some traffic and just walked with it a little bit.
So Lanesville gets the quick inbound, gets it inside. Allen going to work. We're going to get a foul on the floor. This one's going to go against number 22, Emma Hart, if I had to guess. It is against Hart. That's her second foul.
Like we said, Coach likes to play those five, so it's interesting to see.
Yeah, he's going to keep her on the court here. Pass goes into Crozier, swings it over to Brumley. Lanesville doesn't need to be in any hurry as we got ourselves a tie ball game. Here's the drive for Crozier, and a big block here for Ava Wheeler.
Yeah, like we said, Crozier on Wheeler. I mean, Crozier's definitely faster, got by her there, but Wheeler's length helped her get back and block it out of bounds.
Yeah, you're not going to see a better matchup in the state other than maybe over there at Floyd Central with Spring.
Yeah.
So here's Brumley with it up top. Pressure by Mallard. Pass is going to be caught by Crozier. She'll drive, swings it to Allen. Allen goes up, and a whistle is going to be called. She'll go to the line to shoot two. The victim of that foul. And the foul is going to be on number 11. That's A.J. Mallard. Her second foul.
Yep, got her on the way up there.
Allen's first free throw up and good. First free throw hit by any Eagle tonight.
Yeah, but she shot well from the line last game.
Allen's second free throw good as well, and Lanesville takes a 2-point lead, 15-13, 4:20 to go in the first half. Rarick will bring it across for this Borden team. Gets it over to Mallard. Things are settling down here. We saw a lot of offense in the first quarter, not near as much in the second.
Yeah, it's been a lot of defense this second.
Wheeler with it up top. She'll go to work, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Ava Wheeler. She just extended that forearm. You'll be able to see it here on the replay in just a second.
Yeah, she's looking to get downhill and just arm out and knocked her over.
Yeah, a Division I acting job there from Hadley Crozier to fall to the ground there.
Yeah, which really, we've seen her hit the ground a lot tonight.
Yeah, she's not afraid. That's one thing you can say about her for sure.
Yeah, with the pressure she brings, she's not afraid of anything.
Brumley with it, swings it over. Crozier, wide open three, left slot, no good. Brumley gets the offensive rebound. She'll go in. Layup is good.
Yeah. The Braves got to find a body there, but that's a great effort there by Brumley. Get the board and take it all the way to the rim.
Yeah, Brumley's 10th point of the ball game. Mallard with it up top. This Borden team offense has been a little bit slow here in the last couple possessions. Here's a kick out three-point shot for Loy. She's wide open, no good. Hart with the offensive rebound goes up, misses it as well, and Crozier pulls it away. So 2 chances and 2 zeros for Borden.
Yeah, I mean, really 2 great shots, though, but they just couldn't come away with anything.
Brumley will shoot the 3, left wing. It's good. Brumley's feeling it tonight, her 13th point of the game. Timeout by Borden. Lanesville leads it 20-13. 3:03 to go in the first half. Full timeout. We'll send it away.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes is proud to support West Washington Senator football and wish them a great season. Stop by and see us for all your school fan gear. We offer a wide variety of tees, hoodies, hats, and more. We also offer custom screen printing and embroidery for your team, business, or event. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and have been serving our community for over 15 years. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, they're 9 to 3. Stop in or call us at 812-883-4154. That's 812-883-4154. Shop local and save.
So we return here 20-13 to score. Lanesville leads it with 3:03 to go in the first half. A couple of big threes for Lanesville put them on, just really gave them the 7-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, Brumley's played amazing. That was her 13th point, like you said. And she's really just keeping them ahead of them right now. She's playing great.
So the inbound will come straight into Rarick. This Lanesville defense has stepped up in the second quarter, and Borden's offense has went stagnant.
Yeah, like we said there for a little bit, it was mainly just defense, but Brumley brought the offense for Lanesville, and now it's just no offense by the Braves.
They're going to get it into Hart. She'll kick it out, almost loses it. Mallard with it. She swings it back up top to Loy. They'll reset the offense.
Yeah, I mean, in the Lanesville zone, they're almost not guarding Loy.
Yeah, they're pretty much leaving her wide open. She can shoot the 3 ball a little bit, so I'm kind of surprised to see that, but she's been forced at least 6 feet off the line all night.
Yeah, Lanesville's definitely doing their scout correctly.
Ball's on the floor. Jump ball is going to be called. Possession goes to Lanesville, so another great defensive possession for these Eagles. You just wonder how long can it last, though. That's tough on a team to have those long defensive stands like that.
Yeah, which we've seen it several times, though, by Lanesville. But that is a great question. How long can it last?
So Brumley will bring it across. You can see the screen from Crozier. Kind of big-to-big screen over to Kerr, back up top to Brumley. Davis with it. She'll find Brumley. Brumley thought about the 3. She was wide open. Puts it on the floor over to Kerr. Lanesville team taking their time on offense. Here's a rip through by Brumley all the way into the paint. No good. Rebound by Allen. Stays with Lanesville. Ball's on the floor, and play is finally stopped. It's a jump ball. Possession will go to Borden.
Yeah, I mean, both teams do a wonderful job of getting to the jump ball and earning themselves extra possessions.
So Mallard with it, and she'll bring it across, and you're 100% right there. And Lanesville's done it the first couple of games really well to create those jump balls.
Yeah, they really have all tournament, really.
Wheeler will drive it here. We're going to get a whistle. It's a jump ball. And once again, Lanesville takes this possession right away from Borden. I don't think they've even got a field goal attempt in the last minute.
Yeah, they've done phenomenal defensively, really.
So Brumley will take the inbound, and 13 points for the junior. She settles it down, gives it over to Crozier. Crozier to Kerr. Back up top, Borden sitting in his zone now. 3-point shot for Brumley. She's feeling it right now. No good. Rebounded by Rarick, and she will bring it up for this Borden team.
They need to get something going offensively, or it could get ugly.
Yeah, they really do need to get something here. So they're going to get it over to Hart. Under a minute to go in the first half. Loy with it up top, gets it inside to Wheeler, kicks it out. Hart drives over to Loy, thought about the three, doesn't take it. And they're leaving her wide open, which is honestly a mental thing.
Yeah.
Here's the drive for Wheeler, shot right over Emma Hart, no good. Or excuse me, that's going to be Shelby Allen. That one's no good. And Brumley has a chance to hold for the last shot here. She brings it across.
Which, like we mentioned, the Braves switched from man to this 2-3 zone.
Yeah, so 21 seconds on the clock. Lanesville holds a 7-point lead. They don't need to be in any hurry, but it would sure be nice for them to get a nine or more point lead headed in to the locker room. And here comes the foul. This one's going to go against A.J. Mallett, an ill-advised foul, because that'll send Kerr to the line.
Yeah, that's going to be the team's 5th.
And that's Mallett's 3rd foul. So,
now,
go ahead.
Now the Braves have a couple players in foul trouble. Mallett's got 3, Hart's got 2, Wheeler's got 2.
Yeah, so Ava Kerr, the 57% free throw shooter on the year, knocks her first one in. 21-13, 8-point lead for this Lanesville team. 8.4 seconds to go. Substitutions being made. Second free throw up for Kerr. This one rattles around and in as well. So Borden will get a chance. 8 seconds. Rarick needs to bring it up in a hurry. She does. 4 seconds. She crosses the timeline. Gets it over to Hart. Over to Mallett. Mallett at the buzzer. 3-point shot. No good. So that'll do it for the first half. Lanesville 22, Borden 13. We'll send it away. We'll be back with our halftime show.
Gates, Carnegie, Rockefeller. I'm not. Generous, caring, rich in spirit, I am. You don't have to be a person of great wealth to make an impact. When caring individuals give through a flexible, creative, capable organization known as a community foundation, our philanthropic potential is unlimited. As your local community foundation, we provide you the opportunity to permanently support the causes you care about, both near and far. We do this by protecting and administering permanent funds through thoughtful grant making to improve the quality of life in the community we serve. Simply put, donors who give through a community foundation build sustainable, permanent funds called endowments through contributions, big and small, to support organizations they care about most, forever. Through the generosity of our many donors and the responsible, informed investment of permanent funds, we will increase our grant-making ability for the benefit of our community for generations to come. All we need is you. What causes are you passionate about? What organization matters most to you? We can help you ensure your charitable interests are supported forever. Donors can give to an existing endowment or establish their own. Some choose to give now, while others make their gift later through their will or estate plan. To learn what your options are, talk to your community foundation. We're here to help you reach your philanthropic goals. If you love our community, let's leave our little corner of the world a bit better than we found it. Not just today, but for future generations too. The Washington County Community Foundation has been making our home a terrific place to live, work, and play since 1993 through the generosity of donors just like you. Why? Well, just like you, we also really love our community.
It's time for the about Indiana high school sports with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, thank you so much for taking time to be with us. We are in tournament time. We're in tournament mode. Girls sectionals this week. We had wrestling last Saturday, girls swimming coming up this weekend. It is a tremendous time of year for our student athletes around the state.
You know, we've walked this walk a few times, but, you know, every year this new tournament season brings a new level of excitement. You know, it's, you know, you have your regular season, and that's been done, and the girls certainly just finished up their regular season, and And now they get to see if all the practice is paid off, and they're going to march through this tournament and hopefully achieve some of their goals. And we also know teams will not, but at the end of the day, participation in an education-based athletic system is much more than tournament success, and that's one thing we'll always be proud of. But the other thing, Coach, with girls basketball, we have a phenomenal partner in the Fever, and actually some of the Fever players are out around the state attending girls sectionals tonight. We so appreciate their sports and their support and being able to also promote what the Fever does, and I think they're going to have a special year this year.
I agree 100%. You and I have the luxury of time behind us. We've lived these experiences as student athletes, as being members of the athletic community, and always tell parents and always tell kids, enjoy this, because this is a lifelong memory for you, and do it the right way.
It matters. It matters for all kids, and we're so proud of being able to keep an education-based athletic system that's focused on the classroom first and also focused on the last kid who makes a team. We have to make sure what we do is good for that kid, not all kids. I mean, and in turn, that makes it good for all kids.
Paul Neidig joining us. We're talking about the IHSAA. All right, Paul, reclassification is a topic that's out there coming up very soon. You're going to be releasing the Department of Education enrollment figures around the state to begin this process. And just as a reminder for everyone, reclassification is every 2 years, correct?
That's right, Coach, every 2 years. And as I often have said, there'll be a lot of, this is one of the things that we do that often brings a lot of debate to the table, but that's okay because it matters to people, and the thing that I often say is that everybody out there that cares about what we do can draw a perfect tournament for their school. And certainly we'll hear about that also along the way. And I understand that too. But yeah, we're ready to begin. The actual numbers will be released in the coming days. Once those numbers are out, then we'll start putting we've already begun putting committees together. And one big change this year, Coach, is that we used to divide classes evenly because of the disparity between the size of the schools that we have in the state. The largest 20% of the schools in the state will be in 4A, then we'll have 25% in 3A, 25% of the schools in 2A, and 30% in 1A. And that's simply because not all of our 1A schools participate in all sports. Is why we put a few more schools in single class. And the other change this year is we have we're going to be aligning sectionals across all 4 class sports to where your basketball, girls and boys, your volleyball, baseball, softball sectionals will have the same opponents. Maybe a slight adjustment with success factor, but you're going to be, those schools are going to be playing each other in all 4 class tournaments. And then we have another committee that does a 3-class tournament. And then obviously the 6-class football tournament is our third committee that starts putting these sectionals together. The commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, with us talking about all things IHSAA related. Commissioner, be safe, you and your staff, when you're traveling, watching games. Thanks so much for your time, and thanks for all that you and your staff do to make sports, high school sports in our state matter at the level that it does. Thanks so much. Thanks, Coach, and I appreciate everything you do in this great state.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions.
And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So we're back here for the halftime show. Lanesville leads at 22-13 at the half, and it was the second quarter that did it for these Eagles. I mean, it was 22-13. They had a 22-13 lead, and it was 12-2 second quarter.
And that's when they were scoring solid. But then that second quarter, Lanesville really slowed them down, made them kind of play at Lanesville's pace. And, I mean, it showed. It hurt the Braves a lot.
So the halftime scoring for Borden, Riley Rarick with 3, Ava Wheeler with 2. A.J. Malad leads it with 6, and then Emma Hart with 2. So the 4 girls we said were threats are the only 4 that scored.
Yeah, and then Jane Davis had 3. Crozier had 2. Kerr had 2. Brumley had 13, and Allen had 2 for the Eagles.
Yeah, so clearly Lanesville has the advantage here, and they'll switch ends. We're going to get ready to go about 45 seconds. But what do you think Lanesville needs to do to just continue the momentum? I think honestly the defense just has to stay where it's been.
Yeah, defense has to stay where it's been, and, I mean, keep getting the ball to Brumley. I mean, she's playing great.
Yeah, and then I think that for Borden, it's got to run through Wheeler. She didn't have too many touches, or she had a lot of touches, but she didn't get very many quality looks there in the second quarter especially. If they can get her involved, they'll come right back into this game, and they've got the pieces around her to do it. So don't turn off the TV just yet. I mean, I know it's a 9-point game, but this Borden team's capable of scoring 9 in a span of 2 minutes.
Yeah, I completely agree, and they got to find Brumley on defense.
So 3 seconds on the clock. Borden will start with it, obviously switching in, so they'll play offense headed towards their end. Once again, in the white jerseys, Lanesville in the purple. Whistle blow, inbound comes straight to Mount, and here we go for the second half, sectional 61 final. Yep, Reagan Loy with it up top, swings it over to Wheeler, looking for somewhere to go with it. Back over to Loy, and like we talked about, they forced her way off the line, and they're giving her whatever she wants. And she tries to get it into Rarick. Crozier with the early steal. Lanesville keeps the defensive pressure up, and just 20 seconds into it, they already got themselves a steal.
Yeah, just like we talked about, their pressure is amazing, and Crozier brought the pressure.
So Brumley gets it over to Kerr, back into the corner to Crozier. Jane Davis on the court with 3 fouls. She gets it over to Crozier. Crozier, good move inside to the paint, and she's going to draw the contact on Ava Wheeler. 2 shots coming. You can see it on the replay there. Good ball movement, and then just watch the dribble moves from Crozier right here. I mean, she just breaks down Wheeler, gets into the paint, and then draws the obvious contact. Crozier's first free throw, no good.
Yeah, Crozier knew she had her when she was on her back, kind of towards her hip, and shot fake, got Ava Wheeler in the air and made her foul her.
Crozier's second free throw, no good as well. So an empty trip to the line for the junior, and that's Wheeler's 3rd foul.
Yeah, now the Braves are in some foul trouble with 3 people, really.
Yeah, Borden, and there's another steal for Crozier. Crozier going all the way up against Mallard. Layup is up and good. So Hadley Crozier hits that one. 11-point lead for this Lanesville team. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd.
She just jumped right in the passing lane, picked it off high, and took it all the way there.
Yeah, so you can tell Borden maybe a little bit stressed. Their bench not really into it. They tried to get it over to Wheeler, but great defense there from Kerr to deny.
Yeah, their defense has been phenomenal.
Mallard with it up top. They're going to look inside to Wheeler. This time they get it into her. She'll put it on the court. Another steal for Hadley Crozier. Jump ball's called. Possession stays with Lanesville. Wheeler needs to be careful. She almost picked up her 4th foul right there.
Yeah, but she got trapped down there on Snyder and Crozier just took it right from her.
Yeah, Borden's going to need to hit some threes. They hit 2 in the first quarter. Mallard did, but everyone else has been over.
Yeah, they got to just overall get their offense going.
So Brumley with it up top, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Gets it over to Crozier, almost a steal. Crozier on the drive, kick out 3-point shot for Snyder. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Rarick. Rarick shakes off a defender and will go the other way with it. So Borden with a little bit of momentum now. Back up top to Wheeler.
Yeah, we saw him pushing the tempo there.
Mallard with it left wing inside to Wheeler. Good pass, goes up, foul on Schneider, and Ava Wheeler will go to the line to shoot 2. And Lanesville knew the assignment well coming into the game. You have to stop Ava Wheeler. They've done it so far, only 2 points. She has a chance here to make it more, but great defense.
Yeah, I mean, really, they've played great defense on everybody, really.
Wheeler shot 8 free throws last night, hit 5 of them. Her first free throw up, and it rolls around it in. Schneider will check out of the game. They'll send in 32, Shelby Allen. Schneider just 1 foul, one of the few Eagles that's not in foul trouble. Referee taking his time. He'll get it back up to Wheeler. Wheeler, her second free throw of the trip, hit her first. Spins the ball, shoots it, and this one's good as well. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout. For this one, we'll keep it here. 6:03 to go in the third quarter. Borden trails 15-24, but with that, a good offensive look there, which we haven't seen in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it was great move. It was a great pass. Shot fake. She got fouled going the way up. Knock them both down.
Yeah, so Ava Wheeler, and like we said at the break, one thing to get him back into it is she's got to get offensive touches, and that's a great way there. She just slipped behind the defense and then was able to draw the contact and get the 2, but really Borden's issue right now is going to be on the defensive end. They got to stop Hadley Crozier.
Yeah, I mean, there for a second it was all Hadley right at the start of the third. 2 quick steals, got fouled on one shot and made an easy layup on the other.
And what makes this team so hard to defend, this Lanesville team, is they just have so many weapons. I mean, Brumley had 13 points in the first half, and Crozier's been the weapon here in the second with the only 2.
Yeah, and then Allen can get going. She showed that last night.
So Brumley will bring it across. Coach Hinton gives her the call. Trying to go to her left. They're forcing her left. Back up top to Kerr. Over to Jane Davis. Jane will put it on the floor all the way in. Layup is up and good.
Yeah, ripped it and just went right past her defender.
So Jane Davis with her 5th point of the game, and Lanesville takes an 11-point lead again. Rarick with it up top using the screen from Hart. She'll drive it all the way. We're going to get a foul. We'll see if it's on the shot. It's going to be number 4, Hadley Crozier, called for that one. And it'll be on the floor. That's Crozier's 2nd foul. Borden wanted that to be a shooting foul. Not going to get lucky that time.
Nah, which Crozier got there before she got the shot off.
Rarick throws it straight into Hart. Almost a steal. Back up top to Loy. Reagan Loy puts it on the floor, drives all the way, goes up, and we're going to get a late whistle. This one's going to go against Shelby Allen, and Loy will shoot 2.
Yeah, got her with the body there. And
yeah, so that's Allen's 2nd foul. Loy didn't shoot any free throws last night. She had 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting. Her first free throw up front of the rim, no good.
Which, with the way Lanesville's guarding her, she really needs to get it going offensively.
Reagan Loy's 2nd free throw up, and it's no good as well. Rebound fought for, pulled out of there by Brumley, and that's an empty trip for Borden. Crozier with it ahead, swings it over to Kerr. Kerr, 3-point shot in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Hart, and she'll get it over to Rarick, who will push the tempo for Borden. Rarick all the way in, kicks it out. Wheeler shot fake, drives, gets it back up top to Loy. Rarick in the corner now, pull-up jumper, and this one's no good. Rebounded out of there by Jane Davis for Lanesville.
Yeah, which the Braves had several looks there.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, you look at, I really feel like Wheeler may have been better off to just take that 3.
I completely agree. I think the pull-up was a little forced to where the 3, I mean, she was still pretty wide open.
So Crozier with it now, swings it over to Brumley. She'll get the screen from Crozier. Mallett on the defense, over to Kerr. Davis in the corner looking inside, doesn't pull the trigger on the pass. They're all trying to get it inside to Allen, but good defense under there by Hart. And we're going to get a travel. This one's going to go against Ava Kerr. It'll be Borden ball with 4:32 to go in the third quarter. 4:22, Lanesville 11-point lead. Borden needs to get some offense.
Yeah, they do. That's been the theme, really. We've been saying that all game since that first quarter.
Kerr almost got the takeaway. It'll go to Borden, but good defense there from the senior. Mallard set to inbound it now. She gets it straight into Rarick. Riley Rarick brings it across the timeline. This Borden team's going to be really good in a couple of years when all these girls are seniors.
Yeah, like we said, they're a very young core.
Wheeler, corner three, hits nothing. Rebounded by Davis. Trap comes. She gets it over to Crozier. Lanesville has the numbers if they hurry. Crozier up ahead, inside to Allen. Allen, one dribble, goes up and one. We'll see the replay on this one, and that was a huge bucket for Shelby Allen. As you can see, like we said, Crozier using the tempo, pushes it ahead, and then just gets it straight in and goes up through the contact to Shelby Allen.
Yeah, Hart brought her arms down there and got her right in the face.
Allen's free throw was no good. Rebound tipped around, and Wheeler comes away with it. Ooh, almost a double dribble. She'll bring it across. In transition, Ava Wheeler up ahead. Block comes, and it'll be 2 shots for Ava Wheeler.
That's going to be Crozier's third.
Yeah, Hadley Crozier's third foul. We'll see what Coach Hinton does. She really doesn't use the bench that much. She plays about 7 girls, a little bit more than Borden, though.
Yeah, Lanesville will play 7 and Borden will play 5.
Wheeler hit her first 2. This one's good as well, so they're trying to cut into the lead slowly but surely. 12-point game, 3:40 on the clock. Wheeler, second free throw. This one is good as well. So Wheeler with 6 points, 4 of them coming at the line. Lanesville breaking the pressure. Ava Kerr brings it across, swings it, and it's a turnover for Lanesville. Coach Hinton wanted the foul there.
Which really, Wheeler lucked out there. That would have been her 4th. Picking it up at half court. That's just, you don't need that foul.
It's risky. Rarick signals for the cut, and then she throws it away. Kerr will push the tempo going up against 3 Braves all the way in. Foul comes. It's going to be on A.J. Mallett, and 2 shots will be at the line for Ava Kerr.
Yeah, which Kerr did a good job there, picking the pass off and taking it all the way to the rim.
That's Mallett's 4th foul. We'll see what Coach Vick does. He's going to ride with her, I believe. Kerr with 2 shots, her first one up, and it is good.
Now they're going to send in Frisk for her.
So Mallett will take a seat on the bench. She's got 6 points, all of them coming in the first quarter on a couple of threes. Kerr's second free throw up and good as well. So Lanesville 13-point lead now, 3 minutes and some change on the clock.
Yeah, they need to bring this game back within 10.
Yeah, we always say 10's the number. Here's Rarick, short corner shot, no good. Rebounded by Frisk, gets it over to Wheeler. Wheeler will pull it out. She's got a wide open 3 if she wants it. She will, and it's no good. Air ball for Ava Wheeler, rebounded out of there by Emma Davis.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great move there by Wheeler. She just hit nothing but air.
So Brumley with it at the W. Wants to go left. Now she'll go right. Timeout by Coach Hinton. This one will be a 30-second timeout. Lanesville 30-17, 2:39 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to the West Washington live stream and WWSR. We'll send it away.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's 1-car, 2-bedroom apartment with a home office / home gym insurance.
We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen / art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the 2-car garage / rehearsal space insurance.
Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
And so we return here, 13-point lead for this Lanesville team out of the timeout by Coach Hinton. I don't think that really they were on the same page offensively, so she called time to regroup.
Yeah, which they've done well offensively, really. Scoring the ball pretty well.
So Brumley with it across, over to Davis. Looking inside, they'll get it into Allen. Allen, one dribble, goes up through the contact. She'll get 2 shots. This one's going to go against number 1, Reagan Loy. Just her first foul of the game. One of the few Braves that's not in foul trouble.
Yeah. The Braves got about 3 or 4 players in foul trouble tonight.
Allen's first free throw up and good, her 5th point of the game. She's a pretty good free throw shooter, 64%. Another one. This one off the back of the rim, no good. Wheeler pulls down the rebound, and Borden needs to get some offense quick. They're down by 14 points. Here, that's not what they wanted to do. Here's a steal for Emma Davis. Just throws it to her sister, but this one's going to be tipped by Wheeler. And, ooh, maybe it's not. This one's going to go to Borden. Coach Hinton on the court. Furious. The official will come over and talk to Coach Hinton. Still giving the officials a hard time. I couldn't really tell from up here.
Yeah, and just like that, I mean, their 2 angles, you couldn't quite see the same thing. Ultimately, they're going to say it wasn't tipped.
So Rarick will bring it across. The official was right there. Couldn't imagine didn't have a good view on it. Rarick's shot no good. This one will be a jump ball, and good hustle there for Borden to get an extra possession.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a quick shot, but they're going to get it back.
Yeah, and I just, something that puzzles me is Borden's not really getting good looks right now.
No, they're really not, and they're not being very patient either.
Wheeler puts it on the floor, drives, kicks out to Loy, over to Frisk for 3. This one up and no good. Rebound fought for, pulled down by Allen, and Lanesville will go the other way with it up 14.
Yeah, they're going to try to slow it down here, kind of like we said, play at their pace.
So Brumley with it. Wheeler on the defensive end now. They're going to get it inside once again to Allen. Allen traveled with it for sure, and it'll be late. Borden ball. Just took about 5 steps in the paint there.
Yeah. Yeah, she really did. She just forgot to dribble, I guess.
I think she thought she got fouled. So Rarick will bring it across. She uses her screen nicely. Throws it back up top to Wheeler. Wheeler getting the air ball chance because of her 3-pointers. Here's a pull up for Rarick, no good. Rebound pulled down by Allen, and we're going to get a foul. This one will go against Emma Hart.
Yeah, that's going to be 4 on her too.
That's a big call right now. And that's free throws now for Lanesville.
Yep, Hart's at 4. Mallard's at 3. Mallard is at 4. Wheeler's at 3. The Braves are definitely in foul trouble.
So Allen, 2 shots. Her first one up and good. She's having herself a quiet 6 points tonight. Chance to make it 7 here and extend the lead to 16. She will.
Yep, she shot it well from the free throw line.
So 16-point lead for Lanesville. Rarick will bring it across, finds her friend Wheeler. Wheeler with it up top. She looks frustrated.
Yeah, which I could imagine. She's not gotten very many touches and let alone good looks.
Hart put it on the floor and then pulled it out. Rarick with it again up top. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Borden fans trying to get their team back into it. Here's Rarick on the drive. Dump down to Hart. Hart goes up and she'll be fouled but misses the shot.
Yeah, I wish that was a good chance there for an and one. It was a good shot, just couldn't make it fall.
So Hart will get 2 shots here, 16-point game. And Borden needs these. They've only got 4 points in the quarter. This one banks in. No field goals in the third quarter for Borden so far, something that I doubt has happened all year.
Yeah, I mean, there's no chance.
Hart's second one up and good as well. Trying to cut into this lead a little bit. Lanesville still leads it by 14, 33-19 here. Under a minute, 30 seconds on the clock. Kerr with it up top. She'll just hold. Lanesville will be very content taking the last one of the third.
Yeah, which we said earlier that the Braves needed to get it within 10, but they haven't done that.
So Brumley with it up top. Wheeler on the defensive end. Almost got a reach called on her. Gets it over to Davis. This Lanesville team is so good with the ball. They don't turn it over much.
No, they really don't.
Kerr will drive. Big block there for Rarick. This one's going to go out of bounds off of Borden. 2.6 seconds on the clock. Borden fans showing a little bit of life after being pretty quiet for the last 2 quarters.
Yeah, really here they just need to make sure that they don't get a good look.
Kerr straight in, gets it back to her. 3-point shot in the corner. Buzzer sounds no good. That'll do it for the third quarter. 33-19. Lanesville leads it. We'll send it away and be back for the last quarter.
If the winter weather has you down, warm up with a hot deal on a new car, truck, or SUV at John Jones Auto Group. Slide on over to one of our 3 convenient locations in Salem, Borden, or Scottsburg. Search the largest inventory in Southern Indiana and find the deal you've been dreaming of. And we're always available online 24/7 at www.johnjonesautogroup.com. At John Jones Auto Group, you see so many because they paid so little.
And so we're back here, 8 minutes on the clock, about ready to start the fourth quarter. Lanesville 33, Borden 19. And that third quarter was won again by Lanesville 9-6.
Yeah, I mean, really, they played great. I mean, their defense made the Braves struggle for a long time, really.
Yeah, so Borden needs to get some offensive points going here in the final quarter of play. They're going to send all 5 starters back in, and I think that is what Lanesville will do as well. So fouls pretty much not going to be an issue headed down the stretch for Borden, just because they have to play their girls if they want a chance.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like we said, it's a 3-4-headed monster there by the sophomores.
Yeah, and credit to Lanesville's defense. They've been phenomenal all night. Huge student section, huge crowd, and that definitely plays into it.
Yeah, I mean, Braves have a huge student section as well, and they were really into it in that first quarter, but haven't really heard much from them since.
Yeah, so Brumley brings it across. Borden going to try a little bit of a trap now. Crozier with it, and could have been an offensive foul, not called. Brumley with it up top again. She'll find Kerr in the corner, trying to get it inside. Good defense on the interior. They finally do. Kicks it out. Ava Kerr wide open 3. This one sky high, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Allen. Lanesville will get a second chance. Timeout for Coach Hinton. It's a 30-second timeout. 7:32 to go. 33-19. Lanesville leads it. Once again, you're listening to WWSR and West Washington live stream. We'll I said I thought this one would come down to the wire there in the first quarter, but it's not looking that way so far unless Borden can get a run.
Yeah, which, I mean, Rock Creek made a run on Lanesville in the fourth, but we're going to see what happens here.
They'll get it in now and immediately over to Brumley. Kicks it out to Davis. Thought about the 3. Mallet on the defensive end. Here's a drive by Davis. Layup, no good. Another opportunity potentially. Allen goes up and no good as well. Third opportunity. This time she's fouled. This one's going to go against Riley Rarick.
Yeah, I mean, the Braves just couldn't get a board there.
So 2 free throws for Shelby Allen. She spent a lot of the night at the free throw line. That's just 2 fouls on Riley.
Yeah, so she's one of the few Braves not in foul trouble.
Her first free throw up, and it was no good. So she has another one. This one up, and this one's good.
Braves need to get something going offensively in a hurry too, really.
So up ahead, Borden with a chance to kind of push the tempo if they choose, which they probably should. Down by 15. Trying to get it inside. It's been good defense. Rarick on the drive. She'll kick it out. This one's going to go on the floor. This calls on Shelby Allen.
Yeah, I believe that's her third of the night.
It is. So Rarick will inbound it for Borden here. 15-point deficit once again. Gets it in. She'll shoot a corner 3. This one no good. Rebounded by Wheeler. Wheeler goes straight back up with it and hits no rim. And Brumley will go the other way for Lanesville.
Yeah, Wheeler offensively has been struggling.
Borden kind of getting upset with the calls here. Brumley will hold it up top if she can. And they got to get some pressure. Fisk will kind of get up in her face, but not really. Gets it in short corner for Crozier. She'll shoot. This one no good. Rebound tipped. Finally finds the hands of Brumley who hits the 2, her first points of the second half and 15 total.
Yeah, I mean, she's had a phenomenal game. She slowed down, though, in the third quarter.
Loyal miss on a 3 and rebounded by Lanesville, and they can start to feel a 17-point lead. Borden needs something in a hurry.
Yeah, they need to start pressuring them, making things hard for
Another
the Eagles.
pass inside, and there's 2 more points for Shelby Allen. 8 second half points. Pull up 3 for Rarick. This one no good. And Coach Vick shaking his head now. Rare sign of displeasure out of him.
Yeah, which, I mean, they're just taking quick shots now.
Crozier, corner 3, no good. Rebound by Fisk. And Borden needs to hurry, but they don't need a quick shot necessarily.
Yeah, they just need a quality shot.
Wheeler gets it inside to Hart. Hart puts it on the floor, goes in. No good on the layup, but the foul is going to be called on Shelby Allen, and that's her 4th.
Yeah, they're going to send Schneider in for her.
So 2 shots coming for Emma Hart now.
Yeah, Schneider's going to come in for Allen, and Mallett is going to come in for Fisk.
Hart's free throw no good. Shelby Allen, big ovation from the crowd here. She's played a great game. She's really kept Borden from coming back. Second free throw is good for Emma Hart. What were you going to say?
I was going to say she's been dominating the boards both offensively and defensively.
So up ahead, they'll get it over to Davis. Back up top to Brumley inside, swings it around. Crozier with it now on the left side of the court.
Braves starting to bring some pressure.
And here's a deflection for Wheeler, and we've seen very few turnovers for Borden, or steals for Borden, and maybe 5 deflections all night.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't really up in Lanesville's grill. Kind of just letting Lanesville play at their pace, and showed it didn't really quite work out.
Brumley with it. She'll get it into the corner for Kerr. She shot fakes, drives, goes all the way. This foul is going to be called on Emma Hart, and that'll do it for her tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be 5 for Hart.
I believe Hart fouled out last night as well.
Yeah, she did.
So Fisk will have to come in her place. Going to the line to shoot 2 is Ava Kerr. She's only got 4 points tonight, all of them off of free throws. This one back of the rim, no good.
Yeah, she hasn't really had a performance like she did in the first game. First game she had 14.
So Kerr, second free throw. This one is good. 5 points for her on the night, and Lanesville extends the lead to 19 points, 39-20, and we've only got 4.5 to go.
Yeah, which Lanesville's pressure still not dropping.
Mallard pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Kerr, and she'll get it ahead to Schneider. Lanesville could slow it down if they choose. Kerr with it in the corner, hits Crozier. This one's going to go through her hands. Wheeler with it up ahead, one-on-one, goes up. Shot blocked by Crozier. Gets the ball back, and she will run with it again. And that's a missed opportunity for Borden.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great steal, but Crozier just made the better play.
So Brumley with it up top. Ava Wheeler's been silent all night.
Yeah, they've done a great job slowing her down and really almost taking her completely out of the game.
Kerr with it in the corner, shot fake, drives baseline, kicks it to Schneider. Schneider pull-up jumper, it's good. Ellie Schneider's first 2 points of the game. And 21-point lead for Lanesville.
I mean, we talked about the bigs earlier in the game, but really it's just been guard play that for the Lanesville that's just dominated.
Yeah, Mallard's 3 misses the mark there. Offensive rebound tried, no good for Fisk, and it'll be Lanesville ball. 3:43 to go. They lead it by 21 points, and Borden fans can kind of sense the end of the season if something doesn't change in a hurry.
Yeah, which they're kind of hustling around, but Lanesville's still getting exactly what they want.
Brumley with it up top. She'll get it inside, kicks it out. And they can hold it if they want. Looks like they're going to try to.
Yeah, they're just going to take as much clock off as they can.
Kerr with it up top. She'll give it over to Brumley. Borden's pressure not really there. Coach signals for a straight man-to-man defense. Mallard brings the pressure with the handoff to Kerr. And we're going to get not a full timeout for Coach Hinton. The season over chant coming from Lanesville student section. 21-point lead, 41-22, 58 to go here in the ball game. We'll send it away to a commercial.
If the winter weather has you down, warm up with a hot deal on a new car, truck, or SUV at John Jones Auto Group. Slide on over to one of our 3 convenient locations in Salem, Borden, or Scottsburg. Search the largest inventory in Southern Indiana and find the deal you've been dreaming of. And we're always available online 24/7 at www.johnjonesautogroup.com. At John Jones Auto Group, you see so many because they paid so little.
And we're back here, sectional 61 final. Lanesville fans getting rowdy, up 21 points with under 3 minutes to go. Definitely not anything like the first meeting, which Lanesville took the 2-point lead, or 2-point win, I should say, at Borden.
Yeah, I mean, really, Lanesville's just started running away with this one. I mean, their pressure on defense, and then offensively, the Braves haven't been able to stop them at all, leading to the 21-point lead.
Yeah, we heard the season's over chant coming from Lanesville right before the timeout. Maybe a little premature because we know this Borden team can score some quick points.
Yeah, and sounds like they're saying it again.
So they're going to get it up top. Jane Davis with it now. Fisk on the defensive end. Not real comfortable with pressing as we've seen, but they're going to need to.
Yeah, I mean, they have to. And
Crozier with it up top. Defense by Wheeler. Crozier a little bit quicker than Wheeler, which is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Wheeler's fast, but Crozier's even faster, really. But, I mean, they've had a battle all night long, really.
And that's going to be the 5th foul on A.J. Mallard. She'll head to the bench. And the season's over chant for her might be true right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They'll send in Anna Jablonski. And that's a huge foul for Borden's comeback attempt because Mallard's probably one of their best 3-point shooters.
Yeah, I mean, she really was. She got him going early in the game, but we hadn't seen much of her recently, but just because of foul trouble, really.
Yeah, so Jane Davis with it up top. 2 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock now. Crozier with it. Wheeler steps up, brings a little bit of pressure, but no count. And if I was Lanesville, I'd back it out and make them force a count.
Yeah, which, I mean, that looks like what they're doing. They're kind of too high, kind of really just one high, but just making them guard them. Taking some time off the clock.
Yeah, Crozier with it up top. Like we said, holding this Borden team to 20 points, and that's a team that averages over 50 is really impressive.
Yeah, which we mentioned earlier that Lanesville's used to beating their opponents by 22. Right now they're at 21.
Yeah, and this Borden team's not the usual opponent for Lanesville.
No, I mean, they're a really good team. Lanesville just showed that they're the better one.
Yeah, conference title for Lanesville, trying to get a sectional title here in the last minute and a half of the game. Crozier with it up top. And I'm really surprised that Borden's not bringing the pressure right now.
Yeah, I mean, really it's just token pressure. They're just kind of standing in front of them.
So Crozier, a minute on the clock. Fans starting to file out of here. They can sense it's over. Lanesville will send in the substitutes at the next dead ball. Foul will come, and this one's going to be on Reagan Loy. Borden does the same with their subs, so all the starters are going to exit the game here. Lanesville fans going crazy. 21-point game right now. All smiles on the Lanesville bench. Borden can sense it's over for them. Their players pretty emotional on the bench, as you would expect.
Yeah.
So announcement just not to rush the court here. Emma Davis with it up top. Under a minute to go in this one. And it's really, the first quarter was one of the best quarters we've called all year. Second quarter is whenever Lanesville turned up, really.
Yeah, I mean, their defense really separated the game. I mean, like we said, the Braves scored 2 points all quarter.
Yeah, Lanesville has a chance to dribble out the clock here.
Yeah, which that's just what they're going to do. They're just going to keep moving it around and
dribble out the clock. Yep, so 20 seconds on the clock. The ladder starting to come down here for the cutting of the net, which will take place just a few minutes. Under 15 seconds now in Lanesville. 21-point lead if this is the final, which it will be. So the final score, sectional 61 champions Lanesville Lady Eagles 41-20 over this Borden team. Coach Hinton already over there congratulating the Braves on the bench, and it's a heck of a season for Borden. Nothing to be ashamed of if you're one of the Lady Braves right now, but it's survive and advance, and that's what Lanesville did.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly true. I mean, we saw 1 and 2, and I mean, 1 just ran away with it being Lanesville.
Yep, so the celebration coming for the Lanesville Lady Eagles. 41-20 is final here from Campbellsburg, Indiana. We'll send it away for a commercial and bring you the post game in just a few seconds. And so we're here for the post-game show. Before we get going, we want to thank the game sponsor tonight, John Jones, and the Indiana Fever for sponsoring the tournament. It was a heck of a game. The score may not have shown it, but this Lanesville team is just really good. 41-20 champions, a sectional 61 title, and they're going to look to do more, which I could see this team going all the way. My prediction.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think they'll go all the way, and this sectional has been phenomenal, really. There were several good teams in it, several great games.
Yeah, so going to give you the points for tonight. For Borden, it was only 20 total points, which is their lowest offensive output of the year. And just credit to Lanesville's defense. Borden didn't get any good opportunities to score. I mean, first quarter they had some open shots, but the fact is they had, I have it wrote down, they had 11 points at the end of the first quarter. They held them to 9 points in 3 quarters. That's an average of 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane, really. Which, like we said, they only scored 2 in the second.
Yeah, so Borden, their scoring tonight, Riley Rarick with 3, Ava Wheeler, who averaged 13.9 all season, only with 6 tonight, AJ Mallard with 6, and then lastly Emma Hart with 5. Only 4 Braves got in the scoring column tonight.
And then for Lanesville, Jane Davis had 5, Crozier had 4, Kerr had 5, and then Brumley had 15, leading the way for the Eagles. Allen had 10, and Schneider had 2.
So it was really, what it came down to is Lanesville, their defense was phenomenal. We saw it all tournament, and there was no different tonight. That pressure that they bring is second to none, especially with Crozier at the top of it.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right, and we saw that all night. Crozier with several steals. Even the Davis sisters getting in with quite a bit of steals, really, too.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and give you our all-tournament team. This is not official because the voting hasn't been cast yet, but this is just me and Adam. So we'll go ahead and start with the teams that were eliminated at first. Christian Academy lost the first game to this Lanesville team. They put up a fight, and we're going to give it to Addison Jackson there.
Yeah, and then for West Washington, we're going to give it to Meredith Deaton.
Yeah, they lost last night to Borden and really that was not a close game either. Really, there wasn't too many close games throughout this whole tournament. For South Central, who lost on the first night, it's Haley Conder, 33 points, speaks for itself.
Yeah, and then for Rock Creek, it's going to go to Dansby.
Yeah, Khalees Dansby had a great game there. I mean, she only had 8 points, but her control of the ball game was second to none.
Yeah, and like we said, their pressure that Lanesville will bring is insane. And I mean, Dansby was the ball handler for Rock Creek, and she handled it well.
And then for Borden, the sectional runner-up here, and they lost by 21 points. But once again, we want to congratulate them on a heck of a season. 20-5 record. They won a lot of big games. They beat some good teams. And Adam, you want to go ahead and give those?
Yeah, it's going to be Ava Wheeler and then Riley Rarick.
Yeah. Rarick. So for Borden, then again, Wheeler, she had 18 points the first game, only 6 tonight. And then Rarick led the scoring in the first game with 20. She only had 3 tonight. But we want to give it to those two players. We feel like they played the best on that Borden team.
Yeah, I mean, they really did.
And then for Lanesville, the champions, we're going to give it to Shelby Allen. She played a heck of a tournament. I mean, including tonight. She had 10 points tonight, and then in the other 2 games, she had 9 and 20. So 39 total points in just 3 games. She really controlled the paint and just didn't, on the defensive end especially, she was amazing.
Yeah, and then Hadley Crozier is going to be our other one.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the do-it-all guard, like we've said several times, on both offensive and defensively.
Yeah, that's our saying for her, and it's really true. I mean, she had 11, 19, and then tonight she ended up with just 4 points, but she controls the tempo of the game like I've never seen before. I mean, she isn't going to get sped up, and she's also going to play at a pace that her coach wants her to play.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
And then our final one for Lanesville is going to be Hilton Brumley. She didn't play the first game. We don't know the exact reason. Game 2, she only had 4 points, but she was huge tonight with 15. And really, she's the reason that Lanesville was in it after the first quarter. I mean, you could say that if they go into the break down, 5 or 6 at the end of the first, it's a different game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And like you said, at the end of the first quarter, she had 8 of the 10 points.
Yeah, so that's, unless you got any other final thoughts, that'll do it for us.
No, that's all.
So once again, sectional 61 champions, the Lanesville Lady Eagles win it 41-21. And it was a pleasure calling these games. I'm Nick Ingram, that's Adam Mole, and we'll be back here for the regional at West Washington. So make sure you stay tuned for that next week. I don't know who it'll be or which teams will be coming here, but I'm sure it'll be 2 great games and regional titles on the line. It's always intense, and we just want to thank everyone for giving us this opportunity. It's been a heck of a pleasure to call these 3.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
And so that'll do it for us tonight. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And once again, congratulations to the Lanesville Lady Eagles, the sectional 61 champions, and another congratulations to the Borden Braves, the runners-up in this one.
Yep, it was a great game.